All right, party people, our next complex looking move is going to be a whip base. So for the demo, it looks like this. A 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. All right, so are you ready? Let's do this. You have your whip, or you should already have a whip, or this is the wrong series for you. So start to lead your whip. Actually, Tess, I'm going to start you on this side for this one. We're going to focus on the importance of the prep. So 1 and a 2, 3 and 4. Most leaders lead this with one hand. When I lead a one-hand turn, it is really not easy to dictate distance and direction, okay? Followers, what you're going to feel is a prep on your free arm. So right here, here's the theory behind it. If I brought her hand to a 90-degree perpendicular to the ground with her elbow, when I spin with my right hand and I push down the direction of her elbow, that says spin in place. Isn't that cool? If I make this a super long, low prep, and I push the angle of her arm from palm to elbow after I give her the exact same spin down the line, this says go distance. Cool? Anything in between is going to be a gray area of distance. So if I gave her arm, let's say a 45-degree angle, so instead of 90, 45, and I spun her down the line, that would give her less distance than before. So I can actually dictate where her body goes through space during a spin. I'm going to do this as the tightest lead possible. So we go in for our whip. 3 and 4. I elevate her hand to a 90 degree. When I push down on it and spin her, she spins in place, which is easier for me to present and move forward. Okay? From here, I'm going to bring her back through to a whip. So I'm tossing her back and through. Her rotation's already prepped for and triple step or double hold, finishing our whip. But we're not just going to finish our whip. We're going to go and step, and now I'm going to over prep her by allowing her to lean. For this move, on this particular video, I'm choosing to use a rotational prep, meaning my arm is almost like a hook punch. I'm going to be reaching out to settle her hip down. If you notice, a beautiful line that she's creating says, I'm ready to go back the other direction. And we're going to put this into a helix. So that goes, and quick prep, quick prep. Now as you bring her through, and it's easier to see the helix on the other side, so we'll do over here. We have our over prep. I make sure I transfer her weight onto her left. I do a quick prep onto the right. Then all I have to do here is make sure that her direction is continuous as a clockwise motion. I put my hand right to her neck. I take my palm, I face it up under the tricep. She continues rolling, and we helix around. Isn't that pretty? Now, the root of this is simply a double outside roll. So for your practice, you have your partner, and we say, okay, we're going to lead a double outside roll of however you lead it. But the difference, people, is that I want you to practice this in a super tight slot. So leaders, if you're used to getting out of the way, don't. Followers, if you're used to getting out of the way, don't. Now, as I bring her directly through, 1, 2, and we stop, if we're very close together back to front, which we should be, then we can try the helix. So as we try the helix, I'm going to lead 1 on 2. I wrap through. Let's pause right here. My hand's almost to her neck. Leaders, when you do this, I guarantee you're going to start with your hand way out here. Just get used to bringing in followers. You're going to be disengaging your frame to get it to this point. Leaders, now you take your palm, and we're going to raise the roof under her tricep and elbow. As she continues rolling, I raise the hand up to bring the hand through and around. This is almost like the movie Labyrinth with David Bowie. He's contact juggling with a glass ball, and there's a moving contact where the ball rolls up your arm and you roll it around like a DNA helix, and that's why I call this move a helix. Let's show them the whole thing, shall we? Yep. We start with a slingshot. 1, 2, 3. No, just kidding. We're starting with a whip, but that was a really good slingshot that we just did. We start with a whip. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Elevation on the prep arm, not using one hand to turn her, but 2. Tight turn, and we're creating our lunge line. From here, we're going to bring her back into a whip. Over rotation prep, bring her in and prep, helix to come through to our post and our anchor. Now for the numbers, people. A 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8, and we're ready for our and a 1. All right, let's have some fun with that. Do 10,000 reps. Let me know how it goes.